Good morning, good day. I am Loren Cunningham Hammond, and I am so happy to be here doing the Motivation Monday. So, welcome. I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all being safe. So, welcome. Today is October the 5th, 2020. My goodness, where has this year gone? So, oh, I beg your pardon. My internet just dropped and dropped back on. So I beg your pardon, guys. So we're going to go over the Motivation Mondays and our topics of the day and our shout outs, our sales shout out, which is my favorite part of the day. And then as well as the tips of the week. So I kind of did that backwards. So again, let me start over. It's going to be the tips of the week, the sales shout outs, as well as the MedSup, or also known as the Medigap setups that we have. So National General, DVH, which is the dental vision hearing plan, as well as the select dental PPO plans, they have added 5 more states. 5 more states, so that brings the count now up to 10 states. So the new states are Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Now, another thing that I would love for you guys to know is now with the National General Dental Vision Hearing, that over 65 plan, they now have a preferred question that are available in 9 states. Those states are Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Now, in case you're not familiar, what is the preferred question? So as you're going through your application with your potential client or with your client, there is a new section that you're going to ask your customer, because they will get a preferred rate if they answer obviously correctly, and obviously in a way that is beneficial to the plan. So if your insured has not had any fillings, crowns, root canals, dentures, or implants in the prior 12 months to you writing this particular plan, your insured will receive an additional 10% discount. Now remember, guys, if you've done your probing and your questions with your insured, you'll know right off the bat. And this is one of those great programs that you can also add with the bundle. So if you're selling them the DVH as well as additional policies within the NatGen realm, they can receive bundle discounts as well. So that can be a total of 20%. So 10% for the DVH plan, and then 10% for additional plans. So this is a great sales point, and most people know when they've had their last filling, their crown, root canal, dentures, or implants. So if you're not comfortable asking, you can say, when was the last time you had major work? Because all of that is considered major work. Excuse me. My favorite part of the morning is the Motivation Monday Sales Leaders and Kudos. This is my favorite part. So for the week of September 28th, 2020, our #1 product that has been sold is the National General for short-term medical. Under the limited med, again, we have National General. Accident, National General. Critical illness has been National General. And under the dental plan, we have Emeritus. Now, for those agents, sales shout outs, my favorite part. So for the week of September 28th, for the short-term medical, Greg, Dawn, and Jacob. Top 3 salespeople. Great job, guys. Great job. Keep pushing. Medicare open enrollment is just around the corner. 10 days. Amazing. Under that limited med, we also have Ken and Katiana. Again, great job, guys. Keep pushing. And under the accident, we have Brian and Cody. Again, guys, great push. Now, you guys are coming into your busiest time of year with OEP and AEP. So I'm expecting to see these names changing quite a bit here in this next couple weeks. Speaking of OEP, so our topic of discussion today is the MedSup and the Medigap. So MedSup, we have a very large market. So for those of you agents who don't want to commit to AHIP, but you do have that clientele that are in that 10,000 baby boomers that are celebrating their 65th birthday every day, the MedSup is a great plan to go with. The MedSup targets an aging population who needs insurance. The potential of clientele is increasing on a daily basis. Remember, if you are, some people don't want to be bothered with the AHIP, I understand that. You do not need to have any certifications in order to sell the MedSup plan. Now, for example, the National General MedSup plan is currently available in 41 states. Now, by selling MedSup or Medigap plans, you have the potential for a high profit. Sales are high, that first year commissions, as well as the annual residuals. MedSup plans stay on the books for a very long time. This is fact. This information is fact. I've did a lot of fact finding and checking. So again, the sales and the commission, they stay on the books longer and the commission level are higher. Medicare supplements target, again, that aging population who needs insurance. Now remember, if you are going to be just selling, the MedSup plans and you are not AHIP certified, you cannot take care of the prescription drug. So make sure that you have someone that you can refer your business to for that supplement for the RX plan or the PDP, that standalone. Competitive rates. So we do offer, and all companies offer, the same coverage across each plan. Every company has to meet the criteria of what Medicare or CMS guidelines are. A lot of them make it a little better, but again, it's standard across all states, all plans. The big difference here, guys, is the premium cost and the location. It is important for an agent to have the most competitive carriers. If you have a client, obviously, I'm going to recommend that you do your due diligence and make sure that you have the best prices available for them. If you know that they're looking into a specific plan or they think, you know, it is our responsibility as agents to not worry about our bottom dollar, but our client's bottom dollar. Get them the most bang for that buck. Now, this is a section that I'm going to put a little more emphasis on because this has come across the, I'm one of the Medicare trainers. And this has kind of come across a lot. So for those of you that are masters of this universe, great. But for those that are still kind of new to it, the OEP is a 6-month window starting from the Part B effective date. So remember, you can always sell that supplement, the MedSup supplement, but as long as their Part D is effective. If they've lost their Part D, and it happens, and they were in an MAPD and they've just regained that Part B effective, you can move them into a MedSup plan, guys. You're simply gonna, the other thing I recommend, and I used to do this when I was an active agent, I would go through my book of business and I had a report that I would print out weekly, and it was to check who was going to be aging into Medicare. Now, for those people that snowbird a lot, a MedSup is a great plan, because under a Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan, if they go out of their area for longer than 6 months, they're putting that Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan into an area that can cause some problems. They can be disenrolled unless they get the resident verification form. So if it's me and I have a client like my mom and dad go back and forth between Southern California. They own property in Washington State, they own property in Tennessee, and they go back and see family in Northern Ireland quite frequently. So for them, a Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan, the Part C, was really not an option, especially with them going out of the country. Take that list that I'm talking about, go through and reach out to your clients that are getting ready to age in and start educating them. Give them the difference between the advantages with the Medicare Supplement as opposed to the Medicare Advantage prescription drug. So again, we have that ICEP, the 7-month period, the 3 months before a person turns 65, the month of, and then 3 months after. So this is a great time for you to educate and let them make a decision, rather than, I just want what my neighbor has and it's all there, but he goes out of town a lot and goes out of the state a lot, but he gets all these letters from his carrier saying that he could be disenrolled. Stick to the Medicare Advantage prescription drug, especially for those snowbird clients. So it is imperative you as the agent keep your finger on the pulse, especially coming into open enrollment period, knowing what plans and carriers have the most competitive rates for your insureds. Now, the beautiful thing about the MedSup or Medigap world is there's no CMS red tape. You don't have to get a certificate or that AHIP certification. There's no annual enrollments, so you can sell them year round. Again, remember, if someone is newly eligible for that Part B, or they've lost that Part B, they can go back into it without having the underwriting questions taken care of. And then depending on the state, you also have the birthday rule. So for my mom, she's in, her birthday's in February. So she went from one state to another state, as I was saying earlier. She had a Medicare Advantage prescription drug initially. She wouldn't believe her daughter at first. But then when she figured out, oh, her and daddy were going out of state, they were going out of country, I actually was able to write, because they were living in California at the time, they were able to write my mom that Medicare Supplement plan based on her birthday month with no underwriting. And again, birthday month rule that only applies the month of the birthday. Again, it's a great option. And again, there's no underwriting. Outside of open enrollment or that qualifying SEP for that birthday month, everyone else is subject to underwriting. So this is, again, Medicare supplements are a great, great option, especially if you have someone that you know has health issues and they wouldn't necessarily pass the underwriting questions, but we're coming into open enrollment period. So it's a great option. And again, I emphasize, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I emphasize, especially for those people who travel quite frequently. No annual enrollment, so you can sell them year round. That is a true statement. If the person has a qualifying event, you know, with all other Medicare Advantage prescription drugs, so those SEPs, that's great. But outside of the SEP and the annual enrollment and the birthday month, you have to be kind of careful with that one. But again, like I said earlier, National General has 41 states that you can sell this perfect, in my world, this is a perfect product. Now remember guys, if you choose not to be AHCP certified and you are selling a Medicare supplement, Medicare supplements do not cover any or all prescription drugs. Now, for those people who have clients with a Medicare supplement and they need that medication, please either reach out to someone that you trust within your group, other agents who may have that AHCP certification, and work out an arrangement with them. But again, you cannot write, and I put strong emphasis on this, you cannot write that Medicare prescription plan that standalone if you are not AHCP certified. Guys, as always, if you have problems, questions, or concerns, you can email us at training@ahcpsales.com, or you can call the agency services at 877-228-8773. Guys, I urge you, if you have questions, if you have concerns, like I'm saying, please, by all means, let myself and the other training personnel, Nick, David, Lisa, we are more than happy to do the background work and give you the information you need so you can focus on what you do, and that's your sales. Guys, if you have problems in the middle of the night and you think of something, email us. That email box is covered all day, every day. All right, guys, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. And have a good day, guys.